Hi everyone, welcome back to David at Go Tobbies. Right, where do I start? Starmer. Where do I start? You hate him, I hate him, everyone I know hates the bloke. Excuse the language, but he's an absolute wanker. And he is an absolute prize prick. And it's not my words, these are words from other people. I'm just emphasising it. And I'm being truthful with you. He's got to be the worst Prime Minister the UK has ever had in living history. I thought Thatcher was bad, but he makes Thatcher a saint. Excuse me. And it's not only that, it's almost like everything they're doing, everything is just unbelievable. I feel that we've been betrayed. Excuse my stomach. I feel that we have been let down, and he's allowing hundreds of thousands of immigrants into the UK. Well, actually, 190,000. Excuse me. Well, another thing I heard today with Nigel Farage, he was saying that the French escort them across to the 12-mile limit, right? And they chuck all their mobile phones out in the ocean, and they chuck all their papers out so they don't know who they are. They could make a fictitious name up, where they're from, and so on. For all we know, they could be terrorists from another country, potentially coming here to the UK to cause havoc. How does that make us feel? Well, first of all, it's unsecure, right? This government is betraying us. Excuse my stomach, sorry. But it's, how do I word this? This is a national security threat, to be honest with you. We're allowing these people into this country, that we're putting them in the hotels, we're feeding them, we're giving them mobile phones, we're allowing them to wander around the streets, and quite a few of them, I don't know how many it is, have committed crimes. What does this tell you? It tells us that our government is totally and utterly incompetent. You know that, I know that. But not only that, the civil servants that are dictating to the government, they're also incompetent as well, because they make the rules and regulations up. Well, you know what I mean. Tell what the government can and what it can't do. Are they the old boy club telling this government what to do? You can do this, you can do that, but you've got to follow that rule. I don't know. It just seems to me something's not right. The whole nation is up in arms. The country is literally falling apart. Why is it falling apart? Because we got no unity. We've got no cohesion. We've got no trust. We have been betrayed. But not only that, people have died, right? Excuse my stomach. To save this country, to make it what it is today. And this government is betraying all the people that have died. They're betraying the war veterans. They're betraying the people that have lost their life in the First World War, Second World War, all the wars that have been. This government is betraying every single person because they're letting this country being ruled by a dictator. We are in such a terrible state that for the likes of me and everyone else in the country, we've lost our trust. We have been betrayed. The country is falling apart because this government is unable, unwilling, and hasn't got the cohesion to actually face the facts and do something about it properly. I mean, who in their right mind would let 190,000 immigrants into the UK? They don't know who they are, where they come from. They could tell you, for all you know, a cock and bull story, and you wouldn't have no idea of where they come from. You don't know what their identity is. You don't know what criminal records they've got, if they've got any records. They don't value the British women. They don't value our children and treat them with respect. They've got no respect for women in their own country, let alone where they come to this country. And what does the British people think about it? I'll tell you what we think. We are fed up to our back teeth of this weak, feeble, utterly incompetent government. We have been telling them time and time and time again, we don't want these immigrants in this country. We don't want our children and our wives put at risk. We don't want to pay for the hotels that they're staying in. We don't want to give them the money. We don't want to give them the phones. If they were genuine refugees, they would find the first country for safe passage and safe refuge. How many countries have they come through to get to the UK? Why is our government such a soft spot for all these immigrants? Are they trying to do something behind the scenes? Are they trying to get us to be like this? Something's not right. The government's not right. Everyone, I tell you what, this is the truth. I am sick to my back teeth. I'm angry, annoyed, and fed up with the total, utter incompetence of this government. I am absolutely furious to think our government is doing this to the British people. Excuse me. I don't know about you, but we have put up with a lot in this country. We've been put through an awful lot of crap through governments, not just this Labour government, through governments' incompetence. And the last straw for me was the councils said to these hotels, right, you have, I think it was 2 weeks to remove all those illegal immigrants from your hotels and you're going to close, or something to that effect, right? So what does the government do? They decide that we want to invoke or have an emergency law to overturn that. Or they want to take them to court to overturn this decision, the council's decision. This what gets me. People have voiced their opinions to the council. We have voiced our opinions to the government. The government is not listening to us. The council have listened to the people. The council have decided enough is enough. They can see that the people are not happy. But what's the government doing? They can see the people's not happy, and what do they want to do? They want to overturn the court's decision to close these hotels. What does that tell you about this government? It tells you this: they don't care about you or me. They don't care about what we think. How does that make you feel? I'll tell you why it makes me feel pretty pissed off, to say the least. An absolute outrage to think that we people voted for this government to be in power. How does that make them feel, what this government is doing for these illegal immigrants? Putting illegal immigrants first instead of our British people. There's 1.3 million people on the housing register or for homes, right? So what's this government doing? It's giving them homes. They haven't paid a single penny in taxes in this country, but they're giving homes to these refugees, illegal immigrants, which have come into this country illegally. Right? They are giving them phones, they are giving them money, they're giving them food, they're giving them accommodation. And what do we get? Excuse my language, fuck all. And no wonder people are up in arms against it. People have had it up to their back teeth. And I'll tell you what, Nigel Farage, on his words that I was listening tonight, on his video tonight I was watching, right? Sorry about that, mishap. I agreed what he said, what this country is going into. And I tell you what, I can understand that some people don't like Nigel Farage as a person, but it's what they're trying to do is a damn sight better what this government is doing now to all of us. I don't know about you. We have not a lot of options. The sooner this Starmer and the rest of these clowns are out, the sooner the better. There was a petition to call for a general election. I don't know how many millions of people signed it. I was one of them. But there's now a petition, and I think it's reached so many hundreds of thousands, right, calling for another election. What gets me, this government is not listening to you and it's not listening to me. The government's responsibility is to its people, and they are committing treason. They are not committing this lightly. They don't care a flipping toss about you or me. Perhaps that is wrong words. They do care, but they care about their own beliefs. I think they're committing treason. What do you think? I'm sorry this video's gone on a little bit, but I'm absolutely outraged by this government. That's how I feel. I'd like you to voice your opinion. Leave a comment down below, because at the end of the day, we need to voice our opinions. We need to make sure that this government understands. I'll tell you what, do yourself a favour. If you don't want to do it, fine, but here's my solution to you, and that is write to your MP, right? Put it on Facebook how you feel. Put it on social media, because what's the police doing? They're monitoring it, yeah? The government monitor it. They've got GCHQ. They monitor a load of what's going on, right? They've got algorithms that can pull this out, pull that out, and they're not stupid by any means. But it doesn't mean to say they're not stupid where they're doing their analysis, but this government is stupid because we are being put through this. As I say, leave a comment down below. Let me know how you feel about this government and what do you think the answers are. The more people you tell, the more people you tell how you feel, right? And how it's making you feel personally, because it's pissing me off, right? It's upsetting me to think that this country is going down because of this stupid government. It offends me to think we've got an absolute moron in power that doesn't care about the British people. He's an utter disgrace, and I think he's committing treason. How do you feel about that? Leave a comment down below. Please like, share and subscribe. Thank you for watching. Take care, and God help all of us.